What's the most essential skill a founder needs to build and sustain a company?
Essential skill, if we say, is adaptability, right? When you are building a company, like nothing stays constant, right? So market change, technology evolves, and customer needs shift faster than we expect, right? But at Zedital, like I look for people who align with our culture, people who believe in creativity, ownership, growth, and once they're in, we invest in training and upskilling for sure. Like
Hello everyone. Today we have with us Mr. Zaid, who is the founder and CEO of Zedital Media. Hi Zaid, how are you feeling today?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Tisha, thank you for organizing and hosting all of this, and I'm really excited to be in this and share my viewpoints and everything, right? Yeah. Who is watching this one particularly? I'm Zaid. I'm a journalist and entrepreneur. I run India's leading media advertising marketing company by the name of Zedital Media Private Limited, and there's a tech company which I'm also we are taking it to a good level. It's by the name of Billion Edge Technologies, where we have built Stays app, want to make it India's most lovable and most used PG hostel booking app. So we are working on that as well. So one side of me is media, one side of me is tech, and I think now we are good to go. Isha, yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for that great introduction and all the best Zaid. आप इतनी सारी innovative चीजें कर रहे हो and also हमारे जो भी clients हैं Zedital Media के, I think they are also very thankful to you because you use certain great marketing strategies for them to help them grow. So with that lovely introduction, let's get started with our first question. Okay. So then, what's the most essential skill a founder needs to build and sustain a company?
I personally believe, Atisha, that the most essential skill, if we say, is adaptability, right? When you are building a company, like nothing stays constant, right? So market change, technology evolves, and customer needs shift faster than we expect, right? So as a founder, if you are rigid, you get left behind. But if you're adaptive, you not only survive, but you grow stronger as well. So, for example, let me explain you with an example. When we started digital, businesses looked at digital marketing was very different. Most were just focused on being present constantly. Not only building a live today, the conversation has shifted to storytelling, data, long-term brand building, and so many other things. So we had to adapt our services, our team, and even our client approach to match that evolution. So for me, adaptability is not only reacting to change, but about anticipating it and preparing company for the future, maybe, right? So that's what sustains growth, right? So yeah.
Okay. The answer that you gave, adaptability, I think it's definitely important कि कोई भी founder हो, कोई भी startup start कर रहा है, उसको ये चीज बिल्कुल आनी चाहिए because the environment is always dynamic. So yes, I absolutely agree with you there. And moving forward with our next question is that what was the exact moment or spark that led to the birth of Zedital Media?
Basically, the spark came when I realized that there was a huge gap of storytelling, advertisement marketing. During that time, I was interning at BNB Me Holiday Home Company in Dubai. I was in my journalism filmmaking thing, and then I got a very good exposure at the age of 19 when I got to realize that these are things which really need to be executed in India as well. So is that businesses were investing in ads, social media, and campaigning, but very few were able to create a connection with the audience, right? And the tools were there, but the strategy, the creative direction, and the execution were missing, like totally missing. So for me personally, the moment was when I worked on a project, right? And I just got to see the resources, even great products, but their campaigns were not really working out. So that is how I was able to build up the whole scenario and build up the whole mindset from running a small production company that time in 2018. I got to realize that okay, let's do and let's come up more solid. Let's come up more strong by just starting off with a marketing advertising thing. So that's how uh, I was able to create Zedital, right? And this name was particularly, I just wanted one small keyword which doesn't exist anywhere. So we just got to have this name Zedital, right? So it that time it sounded like a medicine company because there was similar medicine name called Zedital maybe, right? But this is something Z being digital, Zedital, I don't know, like that, right? So that's how Zedital was born from the urge to give brands the voice and presence they truly deserve. So that was a thing.
Okay. So I think we all got to know not just the where the spark came from, but also कि Zedital नाम का मतलब हमने birth कैसे किया, right? Z media
Yeah,
सबको
yeah,
mix करके it came Zedital.
right,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Zed, till now, what do you think has been the biggest challenge as a founder, like so far?
So, challenges in my life have been very diverse, very tremendous, very diverse and different. But now, like this particular question, I would like to ask, as a founder running a media advertising marketing company. So the biggest challenge has been scaling while maintaining quality. So in the early days, like you are hands-on in everything, right? Every campaign, every design, every client call, right? But as the company grows, right? So you have to step back and let the team also take over, right? While still ensuring the output reflects your vision, right? Uh, there's a thin line between growth and a dilution of quality, right? I believe we have had moments where a sudden inflow of projects strengthened us, and I realized we needed stronger systems that taught me to build processes, training modules, and checks that ensure consistency with slow down growth, right? Like that is so. And another one another challenge I would like to mention is has been like mindset, like keeping myself motivated with the team aligned, especially during tough times. And entrepreneurship is not a straight line. Uh, it's ups and downs, and as a founder, you have to hold the vision so firmly that even when things shake, people still believe, like right, your people should like still believes you. So that is one of the things, like a few of the things. This is my like personal uh, viewpoint on this.
Sure. Yeah, and I think I absolutely agree with that because challenges तो आते ही रहेंगे and as a founder you have to tackle them also, but I think one motivation that acts for a founder especially is that कि वो vision जिससे हमने चीज को start किया था that is constant. So great to know
Yeah.
that, Zen. So my next question is, how do you balance innovation with sustainability in decision making specifically?
For me, innovation and sustainability go hand in hand. Innovation brings excitement, but sustainability ensures stability, right? Uh, my personal approach is to like basically test small before scaling big, and like I personally believe like मतलब आप कर दो और आप फिर इम्प्रोवाइज करते रहो. मतलब मैं ऐसे ही सारी चीजें मेरी ऐसे स्टार्ट हुई. लेट्स डू इट, रातों रात नाम फाइनल, रातों रात लोगो फाइनल, सब कुछ हुआ कच्चा, and then and then you were just able to take things like forward, right? So uh, if there is a new trend, tool or idea, we try it with a pilot project and learn from it, and only then rolls it out like at scale. Like for example, with AI, like this time is for AI and AI in marketing, right? So instead of rushing to make everything AI driven, particularly, right? Like the market trend, we integrated AI carefully into areas like content generation, data analysis, workflow automation, and that's way we got the benefit of innovation without risking our core services. So the balance lies in asking two questions: will this help us grow today, right? And will this like still matter 5 years later? So if the answer is yes to both, maybe so it's worth pursuing that. Like that's what I feel of taking things forward.
Okay. That's really impressive there. Okay. So, what is one hiring or leadership philosophy you strongly believe in?
Not a HR, not a HR, not, but being like just upgrading myself to being like involved into leadership thing, like, and this whole thing. But because as an entrepreneur, as a person, you need to study and learn everything, like by practicing, like not theoretically. So my philosophy is simple, to be honest. Like, hire for attitude, train for skill. So I can like even elaborate, right? So like scales to be honest can be taught, but attitude and mindset are non-negotiable. Like I've seen that people are people with curiosity, discipline, and willingness to outperform even the most technical skill candidates in the long run. But at Zedital, like, I look for people who align with our culture, people who believe in creativity, ownership, growth. And once they're in, we invest in training and upskilling for sure. Like, that's what my thing is. And as a leader, if I say, I also believe in like leading by example, right? So if I expect my team to work hard, stay disciplined, and innovate, I have to reflect the same energy, right? So leadership for me is not about giving orders or something, but it's about hire
Okay.
for attitude, train for skill. Yeah,
Okay,
my
okay.
slogan here.
That's really that's really inspiring, I think so, because I think you yourself as a founder, आपने भी धीरे 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 करके चीजें सारी सीखी हैं, but that attitude was
Right.
always present in you, right? So
Yeah,
that's a great philosophy. Okay, so then where do you see Zedital? Like, let's
so
say
like
5 years from now, where do you see Zedital?
like I have a lot of things like here to tell, but I'll be like very particular because I want people to like know it in a very concise manner. So in 5 years down the line, it's almost been like the word Zedital from that day to particular this day, it's almost been 5 years already. But now the other 5 years I'm gonna. So after a decade of whole of this, I feel like I see Zedital as a global name in the market and whole branding advertising market, right? Not just a very typical agency, but a full ecosystem where brands, where whether they are startups, established enterprises, comes to grow digitally. I envision us having offices across like more of the other cities. Like we're working with like more global clients, building not only campaigns but also for platforms, communities, and products that redefine how digital marketing is done in the very new generation manner, in a very new era manner, right? So the goal is to put Zedital at the intersection of creativity, technology, and impact, where brands tell stories that don't just sell product but build legacies. So I feel, yeah.
Okay, okay. All the best to you for that, Zed, and I hope Zedital reaches to that level. And I don't just hope, I know it will. So let's keep working towards that.
Cheers.
Yes, yes.
Cheers.
So I have a very interesting question for you now. Okay, so if today you had to pivot into a completely new industry, which one would you pick and why?
Like when you just mentioned, Tisha, that this is gonna be an interesting question, so I thought like I knew that this is something new. Like this is something very abrupt coming up now. Any of the founders, if you speak like ask this question, no pivot and all of this. So like there's a positive pivot. I believe where it just changes into something else in the same domain, in the same ecosystem. But now you're asking me to like change the whole industry and everything. I'm only gonna do that if only gonna do that because running this one particularly, not changing the whole scenario, right? So particularly like मुझे ना traveling बड़ा पसंद है. I really like to know cultures, folks, traditions, and everything around. So I travel and I learn a lot. वो कहते हैं ना कि आपको कोई सवाल मिलना चाहिए, आपको कुछ सवाल ढूंढते हो आप अपने लाइफ में कभी कभी. तो वो मुझे सवाल ना अक्सर ट्रैवलिंग से बहुत मिलता है. तो मुझे बहुत पसंद है ट्रैवल करना. बट दिस माय वर्क डजंट अलाउ मी टू ट्रैवल. बट मैं तब भी कर लेता हूँ इंटरनेशनल टू डोमेस्टिक हर कुछ ट्रैवल कर लेता हूँ टाइम टू टाइम. So if I have to pivot, I would choose a travel thing because it's a tech thing evolving up. And now I am just started calling myself a tech-enabled entrepreneur. So because I'm like very aggressively upskilling and learning tech things. I don't want to be a techie. I don't want to like मुझे उनका I don't want to uh, digest everything of the tech and everything, but I just want to be tech enabled. तो मुझे उन लोगों की दुकान नहीं बंद करनी है टेक लोगों की टेक को करके rather I would like to be a tech enabled thing. So travel and tech. So travel tech has been close to my heart.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
It was a very nice, interesting answer. And before we move forward to the last question, I have one question, and it's a personal question. Okay, not personal as in I don't want to know about your personal life, but like I am curious to know if somebody has to reach your level, okay, in your field. Can you tell me just 2-3 skills that person should master?
So, पहले तो reach my level is nothing to be honest. अभी right now, not a very like I don't know, but we're gonna do it, make it really big someday, right? So for me, unwinding is about balance, and I usually hit the gym. मेरे पास मेरे रूम में एक वो रहती है ट्रेडमिल रहती है तो मैं वो भी कर लेता हूँ, बट मैं जिम भी बहुत रेगुलर नहीं हूँ. अब बात ये है ना कि मैं मुझे क्यों भी करना है कैसे करना है, बिकॉज आई फील फिजिकल एक्टिविटी क्लियर्स माई माइंड, resets my energy. Sometimes I take a long drive. It helps me think, reflect, and just breathe. Sometimes it's not about to always do exercise and all to make me feel, but I like to drive and also I go on a drive, solo drive. And मुझे family time पसंद है. It's my biggest stress buster. So मैं family time थोड़ा दे देता हूँ. Mama, I really like to be with my mother, right? So I be with her most of the times after my work. So no matter how hectic the day, spending time with my loved one bring like me back to reality and reminds me like why I'm working so hard in the first place. At the end, it's about recharging yourself to come back stronger the next day, and just do whatever you like to do. I feel no, not a very specific approach on this. Yeah.
Okay, so I think you answered. You were right now. You were talking about how do you unwind yourself after a stressful day by spending time with your mother and hitting the gym. But my question, of course, that was the question I thought of asking. But my other question was, what are the 2-3 skills a person should master if they want to be at your place, if they want to do something good, remarkable in the digital marketing world?
Skills के लिए मैं बोलूँगा कि personally एक तो I feel is discipline is very important. Not this is not a skill thing. Skill तो मैं अभी बताऊंगा आगे. पहले तो discipline ही है. Discipline बहुत important है हर चीज को लेके. Discipline और वो sincerity. And personally आज के time में अगर if I talk about 3 skills of leveraging, एक तो marketing with tech is very important thing. Like you should be a tech enabled person. I'm not saying you go there and code things, but you should rather take things with the tools, like with the AI tools and everything. So it makes you more empowered. Like when you play a game or something, you say like we got like more skins. So by marketing and these enabled tools and everything, you got more skins as a marketer, as a advertiser, as a marketer, right? So that is one of the things. Second, personally, because I'm always involved in sales, so sales is a very particular, very deep insight skill which transforms you. Not only helps you to grow, but transforms you. Like everyone is an entrepreneurship, you just need to explore in yourself, and these tools, these things, and everyone, your company around, and then you involved in such creative processes, आपको एक अलग perspective मिलता है काम करने का. And like I'll say like Albert Einstein is one of the greatest scientists, right? But like very like less people know that he used to play crazy violin. So violin maybe makes him like more creative and everything, right? So when the scientists found like in the end, when they got to research his brain, it's saying that one of the side of your brain is involved with your day-to-day tasks, your spirits and everything, your efficiency, and one side is for creativity, and the membrane in the middle transfers everything here and there. So when you coordinate with both of your hands, play violin at one side and also researching on the other side, so it makes your membrane thing, the middle part of the brain. And I think that is even we need to practice somewhere. Like it's not so I keep a harmonica. So harmonica is like that something to like sing maybe randomly somewhere. So I often get to मुझे जो आर्मी होती है, जो पुलिस होती है एयरपोर्ट पे, सिक्योरिटी एंड एवरीथिंग, they always talk to me for that, and they ask me कि क्या है, what is the insect, तो मैंने सर हमारा हारमोनिका है, so they ask me to always play it, and I always keep it because I usually play it randomly, इधर उधर जाना आना भाई, so I feel like one side should be serious of your work, one side should be creative of your life, and that's how it gonna make your life more like perfect. I feel.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Great. I mean that you gave such fantastic, interesting, inspiring answers, and I think your answers itself, define why you are the founder of Zedital Media. I mean, the answers were so authentic, they were descriptive, and all the answers had a proper aim कि अगर मैं यहाँ कुछ बोलने आया हूँ तो कुछ तो नया सिखा के बता के ही I will go. So I think that's a great energy, great vibe. And so thank you so much, Zaid, for taking out time for this podcast, coming here, sharing your insights. And I think all of us who are listening to you, उनको थोड़ी ही सही but inspiration जरूर मिली होगी that, if I want to be a founder someday, I can do that with proper balance and all things that you said.
Definitely. It was really nice talking to you, Tisha, and I know you're gonna do a lot of great things in life. So I hope to see you going as well along with us. And I think we are ending this now, I guess.
Yes. Thank you,
All
Zaid.
right.
Yes, thank you so much. See you soon. Please, you can go and continue with your work.
All right. Thank you so much.